Ladies and gentlemen, this is Evangelist Isaac Ivbaze.
And this is Oseriemen Ivbaze.
Well, today we're going to be discussing about cryptocurrency and what you must understand about cryptocurrency.
Okay, so when it comes to cryptocurrency, basically what cryptocurrency is, it's a decentralized currency platform that's based on the internet. I know a lot of you may have heard of this thing called Bitcoin because, of course, later last year it was receiving a lot of popularity because of its spike in the foreign exchange market as of right now. Well, the thing about cryptocurrency is that cryptocurrency is actually the next big thing. Basically what it is that it runs on a platform where you make transactions, and once the transactions are made, they cannot be reversed. This helps us because basically if you're making a monetary transaction on the internet or whatnot, you can actually make secure transactions where you send something to someone and they can't actually reverse that payment. So they have to be pretty sure of what they're sending before they send it. Another thing about cryptocurrency is that it differs from the normal fiat currency because the value doesn't change across countries. Bitcoin will always be the same value. It'll be the same Bitcoin value, as opposed to maybe you have $1 and you're trying to change it to something of €1. It's going to be different value, so you have to worry about conversion before you change over, as opposed to something like Bitcoin or Litecoin, where you can basically make transactions and know the value will be the same regardless of the country that you're sending it to or the location that you're sending it to. So basically, the details concerning cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is basically very widely known now because of the fact that it is becoming a lot more popular and it's getting a lot more expensive. And that's mainly because there's a limited amount of currency that you can have within each cryptocurrency. There's a limited amount of Bitcoin you can have, limited amount of Litecoin. Of course, all of these different currencies have different traits, so it really just depends on the actual currency. But basically, the rarity of the cryptocurrency depends on how much there are circulating in the market. And because of this reason, because of the fact that once you send transactions and you can't reverse them, and there are a limited amount, it increases the value, and that's what makes it basically have expensive value. And basically, in terms of, let's say you're someone who doesn't know anything about this and you're kind of interested, you should be thinking of the fact that you should probably be getting involved as of right now because it's not so widely spread across in the market. There's not that many people that are using cryptocurrencies right now to transact their trades. So right now would actually be the best time to get involved into cryptocurrencies, just so that you're a step ahead in terms of, everybody else.
Well, thank you very much, my son. I think, my son rightly postulated, the idea behind cryptocurrency. As a matter of fact, it is very important that we get the understanding of what cryptocurrency is. Like Oseriemen explained, cryptocurrency is a visual currency. Visual currency in the sense that it's not a paper money. You cannot lay a physical hand on it. Now, cryptocurrency has been out for quite a long period of time, but the problem is that the public has not been aware of it. Not very many people have been aware of it, and so those who got the first-hand knowledge of what the cryptocurrency is, they actually took advantage when Bitcoin came out some years back. And to my understanding, when Bitcoin came out, it was very cheap. It was selling for like 50 cents, $1 per coin. And then as time went on and as years rolled by, the value of Bitcoin started, going very high. And that was when it attracted the attention of some members of the public, and then they started to invest their money. Right now, as a matter of fact, last year, Bitcoin rose to almost $19,000 per coin until it went down the hill again. And there's a prediction that Bitcoin is going to rise even to $50,000 or $100,000. Now, the understanding that I'm talking about is cryptocurrency, like I said before, is a visual currency. And there's a prediction that these kind of currencies are going to be the world means of transaction in terms of buying of goods and services in the future. The reason is that there's no absolute control of any country over this cryptocurrencies. It is regulated by no one. I personally started having interest, I think, 2 years ago. And when I developed interest in cryptocurrency, I didn't quite understand a whole lot of things about it until last year when I started to read a whole lot of things. And then I consulted my son. So I sat down with him, and then we discussed extensively what cryptocurrency is actually about. And with my understanding of what I've read about it, I found out that it is something that is actually very lucrative. If you listen to this program, I want to advise you. The first thing that you need to know is read something about cryptocurrency. Try to understand, like my son said, try to understand few of just the basic things about what the currency is all about. And then you're watching this program also is going to help you. It will give you a general knowledge of what cryptocurrency is all about. Actually, I made my little investment last year. And that investment was on Bitcoin, Litecoin, the Verge, or was it Verge
Verge.
Verge, yes. And then IOTA. So I invested in all these currencies. But then one thing that I noticed, which I learned a very big lesson, when you invest in these currencies, you have to be very sure of where to keep them. Because hackers are everywhere. They hack into these sites and then they steal your coins and then you lose your money. It doesn't matter how much money you invest, you lose it. So before you understand what cryptocurrency is, you have to be sure that when you finally get into it, it is something that you can possibly save. You have to look at how to keep them so that hackers or whatever it is will not be able to get in there and steal your hard-earned currency. Thank you very much.
Yes, just expansion on what my dad was just talking about. That is also very important. Securing your currency. Basically, if you were to actually want to purchase or trade with cryptocurrency, you have to actually go to exchange platforms. Exchange platforms are there for you to basically, put in your actual money, your fiat currency, and exchange that with, cryptocurrency. And what will happen is once you exchange your fiat currency for cryptocurrency, it'll save that currency into that platform. You, at that point, should immediately take that currency directly off of that platform and put it into a personal wallet that is secured. Or you can get a digital wallet that's actually secured. And basically what that is a USB drive that's encrypted so that when you put in the USB drive and you transfer your cryptocurrency there, it'll encrypt it for you, save it properly, and keep it physically on your person so that you don't have to worry about it, being, infiltrated by hackers and such. And, of course, this is just a general overview of currencies. It's not too detailed, but this will basically, get you started on this road to participating in this cryptocurrency market that will eventually take over the world.
Well, I strongly agree with Oseriemen. I think one of the things that we need to understand about cryptocurrency is because as of now, there are several hundreds of them in the market. And the question is, which of course you viewers may ask, is okay, which of the cryptocurrencies should I invest on? And of course, that's a very good question. If you have such concern in your mind, well, my advice is that this is even the most important aspect of it. You have to be very sure of the kind of cryptocurrency that you want to invest on. Now, so many of you may say, well, of course, Bitcoin was very high before. The value was very high, but all of a sudden it crashed again. And so the same applies to most of the currencies. That is absolutely right. Now, you have to do a lot of investigation, a lot of research by yourself, on each of the currencies that is currently in the market. There are popular ones, which is Bitcoin, which is Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, IOTA. Can you
Bitcoin Cash?
Bitcoin Cash, exactly. So these are the most popular cryptocurrencies in the market. But there are others that are there that, of course, have the potential to grow in the market. And so you may be wondering, which one am I going to be investing on, or should I invest on? Because most of the ones that are coming out that have these potentials, the investment is not very high. You could put $1 for one coin, or even 25 cents for one coin, even 10 cents for one coin, less than 10 cents for one coin. But the difference is that when you invest in those currencies, you have to be patient, because it will take time for those currencies to be known by the public. And then the more these currencies come out and the public get to know them, the more investment is going to go in there. And then the value of the currencies, will start rising. And then you will start making your money back. So when you think about investing in cryptocurrency, there are two things you need to take into consideration. One is the type of cryptocurrency that you must invest on, and the other is the fact that you have to have the patience to wait. This is not an investment that you put money in today and tomorrow you make your thousands back. So this is almost an investment of a lifetime. So when you are investing in cryptocurrency, think about the future, not just tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Yes, I definitely agree with my dad, and I think that's just about it for today.
And so on this note, we want to thank you for taking your time to listen to this program. And once again, we want you to stay tuned, because more programs are going to be coming up. We just want you to go in there and hit the button and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.
Thank you.